This is question 10, part C from the 2023 Higher Engineering Science paper. And here we have got a part of a system controlling the motion of two cylinders, and we're being asked to describe with reference to the components the full operation of the circuit when button V1 is pressed. I think the best thing to do here is to track the air and see what order you need to talk about the cylinders and the valves in. So if valve 1 is actuated, I'll start with red here. So valve 1 is actuated, and that means that it's going to change states and allow pilot air to change the state of valve 2. And when that happens, air is going to flow to cylinder A and outstroke. Okay, I'm going to change colour now. Cylinder A is outstroked. Also going to have air travelling along here, and it's going to be slowly restricted because it can't go past the cup and ball. There's going to be a time delay as it fills the reservoir, and then that air is going to flow straight through valve 3 and change the state of valve 4. When valve 4 changes state, air is going to flow here to outstroke cylinder B. Now I know that we've gone past a couple of joins there, but don't worry, we'll come to them now. As I've done that, air is then going to be used to actuate valve 3. And when that changes state, valve 4 isn't going to be actuated anymore. So when valve 3 is actuated, valve 4 is not actuated. Also, at the same time, let's get another colour. See if the yellow shows up okay for you. We're going to have air travelling again through this unidirectional restrictor and reservoir, so we get a time delay. After that time delay, the air will go through the shuttle valve, change the state of valve 4 and of valve 2. And when they change state, air is going to be forced into cylinder B here, into cylinder A here, so you can say that both cylinders in stroke. There's only one component now that we've not talked about at all, and that is here valve 5. So if valve 5 is actuated, air is going to travel here to the shuttle valve, and that will then follow the same path as the yellow, which would cause both cylinders to in-stroke. And if you were to write that out with one sentence describing each part, that should get you your 5 marks. At this point you can stop the video if that makes sense. If you'd like to see a model answer, carry on watching. So I'm going to break this down. I would encourage you not to use bullet points, but instead to use one colour for each point you're making. Use one sentence for each point you're making. I'm going to do it by colour here. So I'm going to say when valve 1 is actuated, valve 2 changes state and cylinder A outstrokes. I'm going to move to my green part now and say air then travels via a time delay and through valve 3 to change the state of valve 4, which causes cylinder B to outstroke. Next, I'm gonna do a sentence about my little blue part there. So I'm gonna say that the change of state of valve 4 actuates valve 3, and that cuts off the air signal to valve 4. And next I'm going to do the yellow. So now I'm saying that there's going to be a time delay and then air will be sent through the shuttle valve to in-stroke both, to change the states of both valve 2 and 4 to in-stroke A and B. And then lastly, I'll talk about the purple about valve 5. I'll say if valve 5 is actuated, then valve 2 and valve 4 will change states. Again, causing CA and CB to in-stroke. And with that, just go back and check the original question. We have described, with reference to the components, the full operation. Now they don't specifically ask for when V5 is pressed, they just say V1. And the red statement, green, blue and yellow all happened regardless, so automatically after V1 is pressed. And even though V5 isn't asked for, I would always recommend for completeness including a component you haven't talked about when you're being asked for the full operation of a pneumatic circuit.